Well, good day, everyone. Welcome back from a way long overdue hiatus of the Bitter Upper Lip. As always, I'm your host, Tyler, and joining me today is special guest host. This is Erin. She's my girlfriend. Yes, bar exam is done. I am, if you haven't noticed a change in the scenery, on a nice, long, much needed holiday right now, soaking up good company and, of course, lots of good brews. And so I thought it'd be fun, change of pace, to bring Erin on here and try some beers with me because she is much the fermented beverage explorer as much as I am as well. And yeah, so where are you thinking today with jumping in the spotlight a little bit
I'm
and giving this a go?
I'm thinking that I don't know anything about beer, and I'm not even sure that I've ever had the type that we're having today.
No, yeah, this is a brand new beer for both of us actually. And the thing is you picked this beer out actually,
That's
correct?
correct because I saw it in the Fearless Flyer.
Yes, so this is a beer straight from Trader Joe's. Came in at the absolutely got to get it price at $4 for a Bonner bottle. And today we're going to be reviewing a coffee peanut butter porter from, let me see if I can pronounce this correctly, Companology Brewing out of Wanaki, Wisconsin. That is definitely an indigenous people word that I am butchering with my very white tongue. So yeah, this was, you said, just $4 for this entire bottle.
I think so. I think it was $3.99.
Yeah, so perfect. In case you don't know, like Trader Joe's over here in the States is essentially a grocery store chain that's owned by Aldi, which of course I know a bunch of you Europeans are very familiar with. They sell all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, yeah, like
It's seasonal. They just got it in at the very end of September, beginning of October.
yeah, so if the title didn't, give you a clue anyway, I mean, the label here says a porter made with peanut butter powder, coffee, and lactose. This bad boy comes in at 9% alcohol. Could not find any information about the ABV, but for some of you more seasoned beer drinkers, you'll know that usually when you're adding lactose to beers like this, it really is to add like a bit of a heavier mouthfeel. Certain beers, which something like porters with coffee and definitely peanut butter as a flavor, you kind of want to be a little bit silkier on the mouthfeel. So I've never had this. You've never had this. So we're essentially both two laymen coming in here to give this a go. So you want to get some lips on this? So it's going, yeah. All right, what do we got here? All right.
It comes with a really pretty yellow label that makes me think about like fun indulgence and
Yeah,
candy.
for some reason there is like a ball tripping Doberman on the label. Not really sure what the
Huh.
connection to coffee and or peanut butter is, but
He's high as a
it
kite on caffeine and alcohol.
yeah, he is happy to be selling us this mad scientist brew here. Let's start off here with just a little bit. So
It's
already the head is looking good.
it's really dark, but it is brown. Like it's not actually black. I can
Yeah.
tell the difference, especially with some light
All
hitting
right,
it.
let's pick it up here to the light and check
Okay.
it out here. So actually, we got some overhead light. We have sunlight, and yeah, definitely not black, but definitely like a dark brown, I would say. The head looks like coffee with cream. I mean, it's a very mocha colored head. Some very tight bubbles in there. Also, seems like some medium sized bubbles. So, what are you smelling on that?
Coffee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very I'm gonna sound really pretentious here. Worked at Starbucks for a number of years. It smells a lot like Latin American coffee, like Colombian coffee or Guatemalan coffee. It's got a very, could be the peanut butter, but very nutty smell to it, I think.
I feel like I can smell the roasted up beans.
Yeah, very roasty.
Chocolatey.
Yeah, it definitely has like some candy smell to it. Like, it smells like a treat. I mean, it definitely smells like liquid dessert. Yeah, that smells.
It smells like you wanted to start your day off just a little bit wrong.
Little poor judgment tossed in there, right? Yeah, and to me, it smells like a fresh baked peanut butter cookie.
Yeah, it
Like
smells
it,
like a dessert.
which is crazy because with a lot of these peanut butter beers, at least in my experience, you get like next to no peanut smell on the aromatic. So, all right, well, let's wet our lips on this. Cheers. Happy to be back, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Mm. All right, so you first as the guest. What are you getting?
It's a lot more acidic than I was expecting.
Okay, so describe that.
But okay, so I like the toastiness is kind of wafting over my mouth, like at first, and then later it hits me like kind of like the acidity that reminds me that I'm drinking alcohol.
Okay, so a little bit of burn kind of going on
I
there.
guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm getting the toasty notes. Almost has a bit of a hazelnut taste to it too, and I don't know if that's like the coffee playing in there. I'm so used to like coffee and hazelnut being a pairing, but yeah, it's almost has a Nutella kind of taste to it going on.
Yeah, I'm just it's like a coffee bomb. I mean, it's delicious, but I'm not getting peanut butter cup.
Yeah, there's definitely nuttiness, but I'm not getting like an overt like a Reese's peanut butter cup or anything like that. Now it definitely has, I will say, front of the tongue, it is sweet. It is definitely sweet at the
Yeah.
front of the tongue.
I was not expecting to really like it that much because I'm not a huge beer drinker anyway. I've not traditionally been good at appreciating craft beers and stuff like that. Um, but I like this. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, which is nice with a lot of these beers too. Is I mean, I would definitely say already this is like a after dinner dessert type beer.
It is a big
So
old silly boy. Like
big, yeah, 9%, big old silly boy. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting much more peanut butter on the nose than I am in the mouth. But that being said, though, in the mouth, I am getting still that very kind of nutty, toasty flavor, which again, it could just be me. It's again much more like a hazelnut kind of flavor. Carbonation's nice. It's I find with these types of porters, though, the carbonation tends to almost be a little too tight, and the mouthfeel tends to be a little light. This is definitely a porter that I wish had a little bit more of a heavier body, and that's even in lieu of the lactose being in it. It is a little thin on the
Yeah.
mouth. Like I wish it had a little more
I did expect it to be
Geronimo
chewier.
in there. Yeah, like
I'm getting like a little bit of caramel now that I've been able to sit with it for a minute and kind of think and just like let the flavors have been there for a minute. Yeah, I'm thinking coffee, caramel, very like roasty, toasty. It's sweet, but it's complex.
yeah, and I mean with the milk, the lactose in there, and some of the burnt flavors, the caramel. Yeah, that's on point.
That is, it's dark.
Yeah, with the sunlight, you can see it on the edge. It definitely kind of has that like dirty pond water brown going on with it, I'd say.
Peeling.
All right, so we're gonna do. Let's cover the geography here. So front of the tongue, pretty sweet, very bright carbonation, which isn't too bad. Middle of the tongue, I'm getting much more of the coffee, the toasty, nutty notes, which I'm guessing is, of course, from the coffee and the peanut butter powder that's been added to it. Back of the tongue, which I really like, is I am getting a very nice subtle bitterness. Like it's reminding me that one, I'm having a dark beer, and two, that there's coffee in this. But it's not like overpowering. Like I don't feel like my mouth is like I'm having to do that to kind of work through getting the aftertaste to go. Like it's not oppressive at all. I'm very surprised with how, as much as it's sweet on the front of the tongue, you really don't get a ton of that lingering sweetness in your mouth. Like it doesn't taste like you had juice or ice cream, or where the only thing you're tasting is like sugar at the end. But that might just be me. to pull from your first line though, like at 9% alcohol, there is definitely for me a little of some heat going on there. Like it is not totally hidden the alcohol, which isn't terrible on a beer like this, but
It's tasty.
yeah.
I'm surprised how much I like it. I thought it was going to be bitter and that it would kind of be like feel like a chore to drink it. I
Yeah.
guess that sounds a little weird, but I've felt like that before with craft beers because they have these amazing complex flavors that are carefully brewed, but not for everybody. But I feel like this is kind of an every person's beer. Like,
Yeah.
if you like, I think you need to like coffee. If you don't like coffee, you probably won't like this. And looking at it, it feels like I'm looking at like a glass of like cola is
Yeah.
what the color looks like.
Yeah, that's very on point. Yeah, I would definitely say you need to like coffee because the coffee I would say is probably the most predominant flavor in this. Peanut butter, much more on the nose. I did not really get a lot of peanut butter in the taste. Now that being said, I will say historically I have really despised a lot of peanut butter infused beers, even though peanut butter is one of my all-time favorite foods. Like I love peanut butter. Italicized capital L underscore love it. This is probably one of the best peanut butter adjunct craft beers I've ever had because one, it actually tastes like something. Because a lot of the peanut butter beers I've had, you get almost no peanut butter flavor whatsoever. Or if you do get it, it's this very disgusting artificial candy taste. This works really well with the nuttiness of the peanuts going into it with the coffee. Whereas again, on the tongue, it's much more like hazelnut. To me, the nose is great. Like it smells again like peanut butter cookies
And
coming
they've
out of the oven.
cleverly put it in a brown bottle to prevent it getting damaged by the sun.
Yes, see, you are learning. So, and again, everyone, keep in mind this is $4. $4 for like $4 American for this at Trader Joe's. So I would definitely say like it's the price alone is worth picking up and seeing if you like it. Now again, if you don't like coffee, if you don't like peanut butter, you probably won't like it, but at the price point, I'd definitely say it's worth picking up and giving a go.
Yeah.
Great beer. I'm gonna happily finish this off with you.
Yeah, and if you want to try this brewing company out again, just remember it's the one with a seahorse and a bell over its head.
Let me read that one more time. See if I can redeem myself.
Campanology is hard.
Campanology, yeah. Like, Wanake. Does that look right to you? Wanake, Wisconsin. That is definitely a
Wanake.
First People's word. It is not an English word. So, yeah, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for being patient. I'm definitely going to have more reviews rolling out here over the next couple months. Fall is my all-time favorite drinking season in America. All the pumpkin beers coming out, Oktoberfest, which you will see here very much in the near future. So thank you very much for sticking with me. If you've had this beer before, please leave a comment down below. Give me your thoughts. If you have any questions, let's get a conversation going.
And go easy on me because, again, I don't know anything about beer.
You were fine, sweetheart. I would also say too, like if you want to continue hearing me or even Aaron also gab more about beer in the future, hit that bell notification so that you will get it fresh and hot off the press. So until next time, everyone, keep your mind sharp, your heart clear, and your upper lip bitter. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.